someone who makes videos all about saving money and how you can survive in this economy, I feel uniquely qualified to comment on this video I stumbled across. So it is Ramsey personality George being interviewed on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast with Graham Stephan. George is claiming a family of 6 can survive on $100,000 a year, no problem.
Okie dokie, no problemo.
How much do you think it takes per year to have 4 kids with a stay-at-home wife?
$100,000. If you do the math on that, you're talking $6,000 a month, probably coming in, maybe 5 if you're high taxes in California, and you have a reasonable mortgage. That's $2,000 a month. You got $3,000 a month to play with to cover food, utilities, insurance, a little bit of fun money.
For 4 kids?
What do kids actually need? Maybe formula, diapers, and basic clothing. We don't need to take them all to Disney every year. We're just making sure that they're fed, they're growing properly, they're healthy. That's about it.
Okay, there is a whole lot to unpack there. First of all, let's start with the $100,000. Before you jump to the comment section, I did want to say that yes, you can live on less than $100,000 a year. Plenty of families survive on far less. And those of you that are doing it on the average US income of closer to $50,000 to $60,000 a year, you are crushing it. Creativity, budgeting, second jobs, side hustles, pantry meals, hand-me-downs, and like bring in that spreadsheet energy. I feel you. I was you. But I am pushing back a little bit on this narrative that making $100,000 a year for a family of 6, if you do not own a home already, is somehow like automatically comfortable or no big deal or easy. And sometimes people throw around like the 6 figures like it's 2005, and it is not. And I know someone's gonna say, well, in rural Nebraska, it totally works. Well, yeah, absolutely. Location matters, debt matters, housing matters. Whether your kids are toddlers or teenage matters, whether you bought your house at 2.7% interest in 2020 also matters, or even better, 2019. I want to actually walk through the numbers: housing, food, transportation, insurance, utilities, sneaky stuff that nobody budgets for maybe. I really like going to paycheckcity.com to figure out a salary based on the state in which you live. Now, there's a lot not said about this $100,000. Is this after health insurance? Does the company offer health insurance? What does that look like? What other benefits are they offering? Do they have an HSA? What does the health insurance even look like? Is it a good one? Is it a catastrophe one? Are we going to need to fund that on our own? Do they have a 401k? Do they have matching? Do they have a pension? We don't know any of these things. I'm gonna do California because George brought up California. I am grossing $100,000, which from what I understand, in California, you would be poor. Okay, so this is what this looks like in real time in the state of California with California taxes. Your $100,000 will come down to $64.73 if you have 0 other deductions. That means we haven't taken out health insurance, we haven't taken out a 401k or retirement of any kind. So I think George's estimate between $5,000 to $6,000 take home, if you include those things, is pretty accurate. For argument's sake, let's say our take home is $5,500 a month. We'll kind of break it down in the middle. That's the income. $5,500 a month, health insurance is taken care of, and we're investing a little bit into a 401k.
You have a reasonable mortgage, that's $2,000 a month.
Reasonable mortgage at $2,000 a month.
Oh yeah, sign me up.
The biggest reason I have a problem with these statements is that if you don't already have a house, this is gonna be real tricky. So for funsies, now California real estate is bonkers town, but George lives in Tennessee. So do we want to do Tennessee for funsies? Let's do an actual standalone house. Let's do 3 bedrooms, 1 for mom and dad, and then the kids share and then share. The absolute cheapest one I'm finding, the absolute cheapest. Okay, this is like the only one. For $359, it is 1,000 square feet. Wow. We're gonna work the payment on this house right here. So we're gonna have to bring to the table $70,000 as your down payment and closing costs, or you'll have to pay private mortgage insurance. Like, how long is that going to take? 3 to 4 years on $100,000. This is really challenging. Once I add property tax and homeowner's insurance, I am sitting at basically $2,200. I said we bring home $5,500. To be honest, if I had 4 kids, I wouldn't buy this house. 1,000 square feet, I would not be able to live in this long term. It would be very, very tight. Let's do something else. Let's find somewhere else. Let's do Chicago and surrounding areas. We're 3 bed, 2 bath. Okay, I found one that's not horrible. I'm trying to figure out why it's not horrible. This is a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,100, almost 1,200 square feet in Harvey, Illinois, outside of Chicago for $130. But if it's so cheap, why has it been for sale for a year? And no one's bought it, which means there has to be something wrong with it. Chicago's rough, guys. Is the reasonable mortgage in the room with us? Okay, I'm gonna do an area I actually know well. We're gonna do McKinney, Texas. Okay, now I'm talking. I can get a house in McKinney, Texas that is a good size, almost 3,000 square feet for $280. This one was built in 71. Does need some updating for sure. Let's check price. Like this is a good option. You only need $55,000 for a down payment. That's better. A 30-year fixed rate, 6.5 or so. Total $2,181. That is still $2,200 a month. I can't find anything for less than $2,200 a month, and that is scrimping, you guys. We have the house taken care of. Let's move to the next step.
$3,000 a month to play with to cover food, utilities, insurance.
That's not very many bills. I know a lot of people have a lot more bills than that, but let's break down his food, utilities, and insurance. Food for a family of 6. A family of 6. If you are really, really good at grocery shopping, you might be able to get away with $600 a month, maybe. So I'm gonna put $800 a month for food, and we'll call that groceries and restaurants. Family of 6, $800 a month. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're probably like, well, that's still too low. It might be. We'll just see. Next up, utilities. What does that include? So on my house, my utilities every month, and I only have, I have 3 kids at home right now, so we'll call mine a family of 5. My utilities, which I think are fairly low, are $300 a month for utilities only. You could probably add cell phones. I didn't add internet onto that. My internet is 70. 300 plus 70 plus phones. So we'll call it $100, because if you've got 4 kids, well, the older 2 will probably have phones. Then you and your spouse will need phones. That's 4 phone lines. Let's call that the utilities. $470 for utilities. Let's do insurance. Okay, let's start with car insurance. In my family, we have 3 cars on the car insurance and 5 drivers. We pay $333 a month for car insurance. And if you have 4 kids, it's a pretty smart move to also have some term life insurance. And if you don't have life insurance and you don't know what life insurance will cost, you can always go to Fabric by Gerber Life to go see how much term life insurance would be for you and your family. They are sponsoring today's video. Fabric by Gerber Life is term life insurance you can get done today, made for busy parents like you, all online, your schedule, right from your couch. You could be covered in under 10 minutes, often with no health exam required. You can fit whatever fits your family and your budget. Like you could get up to $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day, or more or less, depending on your needs. So for me and my family, Dave's coverage is $40 a month, and then my coverage is $30 a month because we got less coverage on me. So for us, that's $70. I'm gonna add $70 to my list under insurance. Here's what I like about Fabric in particular. There's a money back guarantee, so you can cancel in the first 30 days, get all your money back, no big deal. And you can cancel your policy at any time. So you could get a 20-year policy, and then 10 years into it, you go back on and you research rates, and perhaps the rates have gone down. You can cancel the 20-year, get a new 20-year, and then you're good for another 20 years. Fabric also has free digital wills, tools to invest in your kids' future, and more than that, all from your phone. So join the thousands of parents who trust Fabric to help protect their family. Apply today in minutes at meetfabric.com/frugalfitmom. First link down in the doobly-doo below. It's meetfabric.com/frugalfitmom. It's meetfabric.com/frugalfitmom. You can use my link to let them know that I sent you over. Thank you to Fabric. Now let's get back to whether we really can survive on $100K or not. Now that we have added housing costs, food, utilities, and insurance, we are now left with $1,627. All right, George, what else are we allowed to buy? Let's find out.
Utilities, insurance, a little bit of fun money.
For 4 kids?
I love Graham. He's like, for 4 kids? For 4? He's so skeptical. And George is saying, what do kids actually need? I have met George in person, and he's a very nice guy, and I like a lot of the stuff that he says. I just don't think he's right on this. There's a couple of reasons. First of all, he already bought a house before interest rates went crazy and housing prices went crazy. For everyone that bought a house and locked in that 3% interest rate, we can survive on $100K because we don't have to start from scratch buying a house right now. I am acutely aware of the barrier to entry that owning a house is right now. As I have kids that are 19 and 22, moving into that direction, will they ever be able to buy a house? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So if you have not bought a house yet, this is coming across as very tone deaf to me. And then what do the kids actually need? So George only has 2 kids and they are 3 and 1. And guess what? A 3-year-old and 1-year-old really doesn't need that much. And he says so. Maybe formula, diapers, and basic clothing. Yeah, for a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, sure. Yes, cool. But with 4 teenagers, I wish I could go back to the cost of formulas and diaper. The increased cost of groceries alone, let alone adult size clothing, adult size shoes. Do your kids need braces? Too bad, can't afford them. Are your kids not gonna play sports? Are they not gonna participate in school? School yearbooks, clubs, are they gonna do music? Are they gonna do classes? Are they gonna do anything? And now you need a bigger car because 4 kids don't fit in a standard sedan. Let's do older kids. Let's do what that actually looks like. I have a kid in braces right now. Guess what? That's $100 a month. What about gas for the car that they drive? That's minimum $50 a month. Let's say it's a 17-year-old boy and he wants to take a date to the prom. Prom tickets alone were $100, plus the corsage, plus group pictures, plus the suit, plus the date the night before. Let's do sports. The cheapest sport, like pay to play at the school, you're talking $100 minimum just to play, and then you need the uniform, and then you need the shoes. And then do you think parents get to go in and watch their kid play sports for free? They don't. Bare minimum for 4 teens, I'm gonna go $400 a month, like absolute bare minimum. And then are you gonna save for your kids' college? We should probably do that. $50 a month per kid is almost nothing, but let's do it anyway. That's $200 a month for college savings. So let's just do basic other expenses that he didn't cover and didn't talk about. Let's do household expenses. If you own a house, you're gonna have to buy light bulbs and stamps and a lawnmower and shower curtains and towels and toilet paper and dish soap and laundry soap. I'd say that's $200 a month. We gotta throw that in. We'll call that household. Once your kids are older, you start going out to do more things. A concert ticket, maybe a movie, maybe a museum trip. Perhaps we don't even go that often, it's still $100. And what about gas for mom and dad's cars? One of them is driving all the kids to all of their activities, and then the other one has to drive to work every day. And if you live in a big city, you know that commute is no fun. There's no way that gas for your cars is less than $200 a month. There's no way. We haven't accounted for deodorant and shampoo and conditioner and hairspray and teen boys body spray and extra deodorant and razors and contacts and glasses and contact solution and makeup. I will go a quite frugal $100 a month on personal care. Okay, I am now down to $427. $427 left in the budget. I have barely saved for retirement. I have not put anything into charity. I have put nothing into gifts, Christmas, birthday gifts, anniversary gifts. Maybe I'm invited to a wedding. I haven't done monthly subscriptions, streaming services, big purchase savings, maybe another car. Maybe I need to fix the roof of my house. Obviously can't afford a pet of any kind. And also it doesn't include any healthcare expenses. So can a family of 6 survive on $100,000 a year, even if they haven't bought a house yet? Yes, they can, and many do. A lot of you that watch my channel already do this. You are making it work, and give yourself a huge pat on the back. But maybe here's the bigger point. Surviving and thriving are not the same thing. And 2026 prices basically have no reflection on 2020 prices. It is not the same world. Everything costs more. But if we want to have a margin at all, if that's saving for retirement, replacing family shoes without it being a really big deal, taking a vacation once in a while, and I'm not even saying Disney cruise, I'm saying going on a camping trip, you still need gear, you still need to book the site. It's still a couple $100s. If you want to say yes to your kids playing sports or taking music lessons or going to a summer camp, and then not panicking every time egg prices go bananas and hit $30 a dozen. It's a completely different conversation. And so I think sometimes online, there's blanket statements, okay? And perhaps I've been guilty of this myself, and I apologize if I have, because there is nuance into this. Like, you should be fine with this, or nobody needs more than this. But real life is much messier than that. Perhaps you have like student loan debt hanging over your shoulder, or your car blew up and you had no savings and you had to get a car loan. Honestly, I think we would all do better with a little bit more understanding and a little bit more math, because when I watched this back, I was like, oh, my friend George, sweetie baby honey, you did not do math in this scenario. So I want to hear what you think. Can a family of 6 make it in 2026 on $100,000 a year, one stay-at-home parent, and they haven't bought a house yet? What would have to be true in order for that to work? Where would you have to live? What sacrifices would you have to make? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. But wait, there's more. My friends, if you are one of those people who feel like you will never, ever make $100,000 a year, that's okay. It's very possible you don't have 4 kids. It is possible you live in a cheaper area. You have a smaller house, you have less expenses. You don't need that much. You're content with life. All of that's fine. My family did not live on $100,000 a month either. Now, part of that is timing, because I was fortunate enough to be born a little bit earlier, so I didn't have like these crazy housing prices or anything like that. And so if you're feeling some kind of way about this video or any of the things that I said, because I'm kind of saying it's not possible to have a family of 6 on $100,000 a year, it's tight. And what I mean by that, if your kids are 7 and under, that's a lot easier than 12 to 19. Maybe you're not at 100,000 yet, or both of you have to work to get to 100,000, or you really have to scrimp and save on some stuff. That's fine too. It is possible to live on less. But what I hope for you is that you continue to learn new skills and get new jobs that are willing to pay you what you're worth. I actually have a video on living under $2,000 a month, and I don't want that to be long-term for you, but if you really want some serious budget savings, it might be helpful for you. And my channel is full of suggestions, ways to save money across all aspects of your life, most particularly food, because it's most people's largest expense outside of their house. But outside of that, like, you can save in all kinds of ways. You don't have to do things just because someone else is doing them. All of that is true. I just want to let you know that I'm aware. I know everything is costing more and it seems harder, but I just wanted to give you a quick internet hug and tell you that you are doing great. Hang in there. Not only will we survive, we will thrive, even in 2026. And just a quick little word of wisdom before I head out is, when you listen to financial gurus online, be careful from people who talk on the internet in absolutes, because context matters, nuance matters, life is messy, and at the end of the day, personal finance is exactly that, personal. I love you guys, and if you want even more content, did you know I have a second channel all about the outdoors and hiking and mountain biking and fun activities for the family? If you like that, it's called Christine Unfiltered. I'll see you over there. And subscribing is always free. Bye.